G'day cocktail lovers, I hope you're keeping well. Look, on the off chance you need something to lift your mood a little, today I've got a very bright cocktail to brighten your day, a classic, the Aviation. I'm always looking for themes to do the videos around. It's not necessary, but I find that a fun way to be inspired to make a particular drink. And I found out that August 19 was Aviation Day, which seemed perfect. I was slightly surprised to learn this was nothing to actually do with the well-known cocktail, the Aviation. Turns out in 1939, President Roosevelt declared Orville Wright's birthday should be Aviation Day. Orville Wright of the famous Wright brothers. I don't know what Wilbur did to annoy the president that meant it wasn't his birthday, but it's Orville Wright's birthday and it's Aviation Day. Like I said, perfect opportunity to make an aviation. It's going to be bright because it has a purple violet liqueur traditionally, and I just have a little bit left, probably enough to make this cocktail, then I'm done. So let's get down to it. We're starting off with 2 ounces or 60 mils of gin. I'm using an Australian gin from Applewood. It's a cute little sample bottle I got from a sample pack I bought from them a while back. This is just about going to run this out too. I'll have to get some more of this. But first up, 60 mils of the gin. Ooh, that is literally 60 mils. That's perfect. We're also adding half an ounce of maraschino cherry liqueur from my very funky 70s reminiscent bottle. 15 mils or half an ounce goes in. We're also adding 15 mils, half an ounce of violet liqueur. I'm using an Australian liqueur from Settlers. They make gin and a few other things as well. Look how that describes. It's made from real violets, triple distilled for purity. The result is a wonderful bouquet and violet flavour, perfect for an aviation cocktail or anything calling for violet liqueur. So there we go, and we're going to put half an ounce, there's not much more than that in this bottle, but half an ounce of violet liqueur, which we get our great colour from. Finally, we're adding 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice, and then we're going to give this a good shake, 15 or 20 seconds. Basically, my gauge is when my metal shaker gets too cold to comfortably hold. I think there's a song in there. Got the shaker nice and frosty, starting to hurt my hands to hold on to it, so we've chilled the drink nicely. Just going to use a Hawthorne strainer. I'm not going to bother the fine strainer. I'm not going to be hugely bothered if there's maybe a few ice shards. It's going into a coupe that I have had chilling in the freezer for just this occasion. Now I'm also thinking at this point, while a chilled glass does make for a better cocktail, it's clouding a little bit. There's a very beautiful light purple colour obviously coming from the violet liqueur. That's the signature look for an aviation cocktail. But it looks nice and purple. Let's see what it tastes like. Oh, the balance of the flavours, the maraschino fruity flavours with the floral from the violet and the botanicals that are in the gin. This is the thing, obviously different makers of each of these are going to produce slightly or sometimes very different flavours. Obviously there's a whole spectrum of gins. The Applewood, that's their standard gin. It's got a lot of Australian botanicals in it. Gins made in different parts of the world with different botanicals are all going to have their own profile. But this is a very nice balance. You're getting the florals from the violet liqueur, fruity flavours from the maraschino, and the botanicals from the gin. Interestingly, when I saw the recipe, I initially thought it said 1/4 of an ounce of lemon juice, which I thought was a good amount. Then I saw it was 3/4, which I thought might actually be too much, but there's a little bit of tartness from the lemon juice, but it doesn't in any way dominate the other flavours, which I was a little worried about putting that much in, but this generally, oh, like I said, maybe a frosty glass made the drink and its beautiful purple color a bit obscured on camera, but it's worth it just as a really cold, refreshing drink. There's no wonder this one's a classic because it really works. And yeah, there's probably other violet liqueurs that would make it darker. I did see some recipes call to use less. There's a lot of argument in different books and different websites about the exact ratios for an Aviation. Some call for much less of the violet, and some less of the gin. But I went with what I thought was a happy medium: 2 ounces of the gin, half an ounce of the violet, half an ounce of the maraschino. It's produced a really good result. But don't be afraid to experiment yourself and do something that is to your taste, because that's the measure of a good cocktail. Not what an expert or what a book or a website tells you. They can help guide you, but a good cocktail is the one that you enjoy. And I hope that you do enjoy, whether you're making an Aviation or something else, or as one of my friends said, "See, I'm watching all your videos. I don't make any of the drinks. I just, love watching drinks being made and have you talking about drinks. And I enjoy making them. I hope you enjoy the video. If you're not already subscribed, it would be great if you did subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Tell your friends about it. Let me know what you think of the Aviation, or let me know something you think I should make in a future video. I'd love to hear from you. Hope to see you again sometime soon. But for now, I'm going to finish the rest of this Aviation and just say cheers.